So step 4 is, here's where you're going to start getting the intros. So I recommend getting intros to your tier 2 investors first. And the reason for this is because your pitch won't be perfect yet. And you don't want to waste your tier 1 investor intros. You don't want to burn them before your pitch is as good as it can be. So here's what I recommend is get all your tier 2 intros done. Like get them all done first and do them all in a short period of time. And you want to do this like all in one day if you can, like line up how you're going to get all the intros, and then all in one day, like get all those intros. Be just a fiend on the computer and on email and social media, and line up as many meetings as you can. And then as you get those meetings, go and give your pitch and pay special attention to whether your pitch is resonating. Like pay special attention to whether they're asking questions that seem like they're interested, or is it falling flat? Is there something that everybody keeps hammering on, that they say the market's not big enough, or the product's not far enough along, or the vision's too small, or who knows what. So you're in your tier 2 intros, you're pitching, you're doing them all at once so that you have an abundance mentality around having all these meetings, and you don't feel desperate or need anybody to say yes because you have all these meetings. And you're also calibrating, like, okay, is this working? Is it not working? How do I need to adjust? How do I need to adjust? As you go through the tier 2 intros, when it's starting to feel like your pitch is tight, then that's the time, and that could take a couple weeks. Then get all your tier 1 intros. So again, get them all at once when the pitch is tight. By this time, if you follow steps 1, 2, and 3, you should have a tight pitch that you believe in with a big vision that you can paint and get people excited around. So now get all your tier 1 intros, and hopefully some of your tier 2 investors are interested, and then go and do all your tier 1 meetings. And now you have hopefully a very large abundance mentality. And what you're going for here is you're going for someone to be really excited and want to lead. And the way that you get someone really excited and lead is you have lots of interest. So hopefully by this point you have lots of interest, lots of people circling and interested at the deal and interested in the vision, and you can find someone and offer them an opportunity to lead, or they can say, we want to lead this, we're going to give you a term sheet. As you're going through that process, when it feels like you have some traction, then get all your tier 3 intros to add even more pressure to the pool. Everybody wanting in the pool. The more meetings you have and conversations ongoing, the more power you have as a CEO who's fundraising, the more interest you have in your deal, the more you're going to pattern sort in investors' minds as, oh, this is a hot deal, I should get on this or I'm going to miss out. And you basically, at that point, you should have enough interest to fill up the round and start getting commitments. So that's step 4, is to get all your tier 2 intros. Step 5, when the tier 2 intros are feeling good and moving along, step 5 is to get the tier 1 intros so that you can start to show the tier 1 investors that you already have interest. And then step 6, once you're getting interest from the tier 1 investors, is to get interest from all your tier 3. So now you have a lot of people wanting to get in on the deal, and that type of abundance and demand is what's going to actually force the deal to close. There's a saying in sales, to have one buyer is to have no buyers. And I found that true with fundraising. You want to have lots of people interested and kind of nibbling at the deal so that everyone feels like, oh, they might miss out if they don't get in now. You really need to have some element of FOMO in that process. And the way to do that, in my experience, is to have a lot of people that you're talking to and a lot of interest and a strong pitch, obviously. So that's step 6. Get all your tier 3 intros. And now by this point, you should have people making commitments. You should be, probably flying all around the country, pitching people and having lots of conversations and spending $1,000 on your cell phone bill in that month. And people now, if you're doing all this right and the pitch is strong and you're strong, then you should have people wanting to invest. And then we move on to step 7.